Alrighty. Hello, my friends. Welcome to NeuroViz Q&A, question and answers. I'm your host, Alex Koloskov. I'm the founder of this project. And today I'll be ready to answer any questions that you may have. I will announce new features that we're rolling out this weekend. And, well, we'll go from there. Okay. As usually, I see the chat. Aurora, hello. You can always ask me a question using chat on YouTube. So let's start. Let's begin. Glad to see you, Aurora. That's awesome that you're here. Okay, announcements. First announcements. It's not rolled out yet on production, but it will be today, I think. Yes, my little lizard. I have a lizard here. Let me show you guys. You didn't see it. That's not what you would expect from serious broadcast, but yeah, I do have little helper here, right? So, yeah, no, you sit here. Okay. Hamza, you're here. Okay. So, announcement. It was many requests about colors. You know, when AI doing retouching, colors are not really good thing. I mean, sometimes it make mistakes, and especially specific versions of retouchers. For example, if you're talking about this retoucher Pro, it really tends to, you know, kind of make colors either a little bit too saturated or, you know, something. It's kind of, well, this is the each AI model that we fine-tuned for this has specific, you know, kind of strong sides and weak sides. So this is weak. Anyway, colors. What we have added, and you will see it soon on your settings page. So under your profile, okay, it will be settings, as you can see. And you will have defaults. Like it's right now on production, the file type, quality, meaning that you can select, for example, to download JPEGs only, and if you save it, it will be JPEGs everywhere. So on all the applications, it will be by default selected JPEG, if there is such option in the application. Okay, if there is, but it will be on all of them. Right now, we have these options for 3, for this, and this. So here you can always check the output file format. You can save TIFF, you can say JPEG, PNG, WebP, and you can change it here, or you can set it in your settings. Okay. So about background and about everything. Yeah. Then what's new? The color library. Okay, we have predefined colors. This is what, well, kind of in industry is supposed to look like. For example, 24 pure gold. There is hex value, or you can convert it to RGB, and basically you can enter it, you can modify, whatever. It's your library, but we pre-fill it with some values. You can always delete it, and you can always add your own color. If, let's say, you have very specific, like NeuroViz rose gold, I have, well, my option, I have very specific number for this hex or RGB. I can enter it, or I can use this way, right? I can choose this specific gold, okay? And I have saved it. So this will be on your profile. All the colors, up to 20. Right now, 20, it should be more than enough, hopefully. 20 colors, okay? And then when you go to retoucher application, this is not production, so they will look a little bit different. Sorry, this is test server, but I'm going to show you what will be over this weekend. Okay. Aurora, is this the image for my image or overall final output? I'll explain. One second. So you go here, and let's say you have something to retouch. Let's select this one, for example. Okay. By the way, it's a good idea to crop images like this if if you didn't crop it before. Okay. So for example, this image, it has white balance, which is not correct, right? It's kind of, it's bluish, a little bit greenish, so it's really not correct. It's not white balanced image, meaning that gold color here is off. It's not correct. So what you do, you can get these colors from a library. And you see, I have this NeuroViz rose gold. You just added a minute ago, right? So I can set it this way, okay? It's not, it changed a little bit. You see, there is no set button. You just select. And you can select up to 5 colors. And this is color number 1, okay? Why? How to use it? Right now it will be like this. Then we can probably automate it a little bit. But right now, you can use it in your prompt, in your instructions. You can say, make sure, or just make metal to match color number 1. So this way, because it's color number 1, it will be that color. And you can do in prompt, because you see the jewelry can have multiple colors on different pieces, and to completely do it this job for you, like understand which piece is which color, it's super hard. There will be lots of mistakes if you try to do it, on autopilot. So help AI tell what color is what. So for example, make metal color match color, and background will be different. It will be button for background. But right now it's like this. Background to be color number 2, for example, and I'm gonna select color number 2, which, well, it should be custom. Let me go and grab custom, like I want this color on the background, okay? So color number 2. So this way it will understand that background blue, gold is yellow. I think for background we're gonna have some button additional, so you don't need to type it. So you can choose background from like background color, or we're gonna add it. Okay, it will be. It's a cool feature, but meaning this update is to set colors. If there are multiple jewelry pieces, multiple colors, you can do it this way. Okay, and like I said, you can always select custom color right in the application, or you can have it in your preset, in your settings. Okay, so this way, yeah, it's basically. We can always have, I think we'll made it that you can click and it will be inserted this kind of inside the text. You know how you can do it. Like, okay, insert it. So you type in match color and then click bam, and it will appear like this with correct color. So something like this to make it a little bit easier for you to edit prompt with those colors. You'll make it. And yeah, and then you generate, okay? And then you generate, and it should be colors, background colors, whatever. So this is what this new color library will do for you. This is new feature. Then, yeah, validation. You've seen you can disable validation, but if to receive the discounted regeneration, if something goes wrong, validation should be enabled, and you will receive 3 times less price for regeneration if something failed. Okay, so let's jump to questions on this. Is the settings for my image or the overall final output? Yeah, so Aurora, you got it, right. It's basically just color library. You use it any way you want. Why the small gemstones showing with less quality? Well, small gemstones showing with less quality just because it's I assume you're asking about small gemstone, if there is large gemstones and smaller one. Just less pixels. I mean, if you think about the output, if it's not many megapixel, if you do not do 16 megapixel output, if it's like 1 megapixel, 4 megapixel, if it's smaller, small, it will be just, as usual. That's with retouching the same thing. Try to retouch image with 1000 by 1000 pixels, smaller gemstones. They won't look good, right? So AI it's harder. If it's something small, there are not enough pixels in it, physical pixels, it won't be as good as, when it's a lot. Sometimes we have a very good photo of jewelry. Just need to change background color without paying if it creates it at last. Well, if you want to change background without paying, you go to Photoshop, click remove background, replace background. But if you want to use AI, for AI, it doesn't matter what it's doing. If it will change only one pixel in your image, you'll pay the same thing, right? I mean, that's how it works. We pay commercial license for every generation. We pay the model provider. We fine-tune it, but it doesn't matter what kind of job is done. So, and you have, very good photo of jewelry. If you want to preserve the higher megapixel and stuff, well, Photoshop is better, right, for this. Yeah, it's like without AI, it's easier and faster, right? It's not expensive, but if you use AI, that's lots of electricity being burned, right? All this new feature available with API integration? Yes. API will be a little bit later, but yeah, of course, it will be all through API. But it will be API not in terms of user settings. Right now, API is only for applications, meaning that if we have this color selector in application level, on API it will be updated. And again, API, we fell behind a little bit. We didn't enable API for most of the applications, unfortunately. We have just a few, I think, or only one. But it's in to do. I mean, I just need to allocate resources to get it. Hello. Nisa Metiverdi. Hello. So, this is about announcements, right? We have the color picker, and also announcement, you won't see it immediately here. I mean, it's not like something that you will immediately see, but I can tell you that on all try-ons, we implemented a new system to get the correct size. Okay, right now the sizing, right, I've seen it, except earrings, was not really accurate, and in many cases it was too large and it's super hard to get large. Some people saying that it was, some users saying that it's hard to get large, but most saying that it's hard to get small. Right now we have additional tuning option, and we've done it for all the models. It will be rolled, like I said, over a weekend. So all virtual try-ons, everything. All this will have this drop down, okay, for the size, and it will really affect the size of the generated image, really, meaning that if you use the difference between large and extra small will be quite visible, even on rings. And we're going to do this for the hardest one, the combo. So here it will be size for each image that you upload. It's up to 3 different items. It's super hard to tell what size. So this size will be here, and you have to select it to get, to influence the site to get correct size. It will work. It will be really, really kind of affecting things. Okay, so it will be announcement. You will know once it's work. You probably will have to rethink your default sort of values about size. Most likely you'll be using some jewelry which is not extra small, but you've been using it with extra small size, excuse me, on the application. Now it will be probably too small, but you will see. Well, it's a little bit of, adjusting of your workflow. Okay. Again, it will be over the weekend. I see, Alexa for creating environment. Yeah, for environment, you use Creative, especially for jewelry, it's Creative Suite. Don't mix jewelry photographers and regular photographers. I need to replace this thumbnail. It's misleading. This is not for jewelry. This is just, it's different. But yeah. And for brushes, yes, brushes Trayon, I remember it. We do have it in plans. It just, it's not implemented. Like I said, we just need more time to get this done. Yeah. Most likely it will be working with the model, like I told you yesterday, last time. Yeah. how we can discover the size of the product if you don't have it on hands to choose the right size. Yeah, correct. Exactly. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, that's now it will be implemented. Right now it works on for earrings. You may see it for earrings. It's really good. If you select the small one, it will be small, but it will be even better and everywhere. Brochures. Okay, so brochures will be added. Hopefully over weekend. We are in moving, so this is why there is a little bit slowness. The whole office made changes, and sorry. Yeah, we see photos, not products, and for AI, when you upload, the photo of earrings, it's no way to tell for AI what kind of size, right? So it's just wide. I mean, we know it a little bit. It's probably small one, for example, but you really kind of for AI, it's hard to guess without anything next to it. So this is why the issue. Yeah, but hopefully we'll solve it. We did solve it. I want to address. I don't know. Is our the have got there is a client. We talked to you. Sorry. Let me check. Eve. But not sure about the name. Anyway, one of our client had issues with making this stuff. Like there is the image, which is background. There is item, which should be placed on background. Okay, and the result was this, which is not correct, and I know why. So I'm answering Eve, answering you, and hopefully it will be useful for all of our viewers now. When you need to replace background, well, place jewelry on the background. I'll show you. And you use, let's say, creative jewelry photographer. Let's say, I'll show you how it works. This one. So you have this application, right? You specify jewelry photo, and by the way, it's better to do on V1, not V2, because V2 has two inputs. V1. But guys, this doesn't work. It's not gonna work. Because it will be, for AI, it will be super confusing. Background shouldn't have anything on it. It may have other stuff. If there is a jewelry needs to be placed on the background that has, for example, well, I don't know, perfume, it will understand. It will take perfume out and place your jewelry in. Most of the cases, it works really nice. However, if it's the same design, basically the same jewelry, just different color, and you want to replace it with another one, no. AI won't work. I mean, it will confuse, and you'll get exactly this photo at the end. How to do it? There is a way to do it. You just need to do it correctly. So first, step one, I guess V2 is better. Well, V2 not it's a different model than V1. It's not about two jewelry pieces. It's just different model, AI model behind it. But I'll show you how I done correct image on this. So first step, you have to clean the background. If, like I said, if it's not the image like this, for example, you can use this background, it's fine, because, well, it will take most likely glass out. Or you can use even background like this. It will understand it's gonna take the bottle out, but you cannot use that background. You have to make this one. How I make it? Okay, you go to Creative Suite, and there is Object Remover. So you go and upload the image of this. This is your background, but you don't need to remove the jewelry because it's the same basically jewelry as you want to place, just different color. So here, do not tell anything else except comma separated items that needs to be removed. It's like there is distinct the instructions of how to do it, and people start saying remove this, blah blah blah, keep that in the prompt. I don't know how to explain, but it will be validator. It will be easier. how to explain? Just put the item. So pendant. That's it. That's all I need to do. And hit generate. Okay, it will be generating, but I already got it generated. So this is the result. Okay, this is the result. I downloaded it, and now I have my background. Then what I did, I'll show you. Probably it's not gonna work. Yeah. So what I did, I upload this image, right? Upload my background. Selected Retoucher Pro HQ 16 megapixel. This is 4x4 megapixel image, the highest without any upscale. This is the best model. It's super cool one. Expensive, but well, this is what you pay for the megapixels. You pay physically for megapixels. And when I run it, without any instructions, I run it and I got this. So it's really naturally placed on that stone. It make it creative. That's why it's creative photographer. It's not copying background. It just it made it creative. But this is probably not what our user wanted, right? He wanted exactly the same placement, just different jewelry, different color in this case. So what I did, I went back and I made this image. This is actually correct to me. It's really correct, even though there is a little bit color cast, but it's because of the sun, and it tried to match, the reflection from the photographer. Actually, that if you'll be taking the image like this on a sunset, it will be casted on the metal, even if it's white metal. Anyway, how I made it. So the same V1, but I made a prompt. If I want something specific, this is where you have to prompt it, have to add instructions. So my prompt was, keep the position of pendant the same, slightly touching water on the bottom. This was the prompt. Keep the position of pendant the same, slightly touching. Again, my English is not good, probably you can do it better, but it's a good idea to tell what to keep instead of like, there are people, sometimes they put it in a prompt, do not remove or do not change. It's not the best wording, like with kids, with anyone. It's better to have positive constraints than negative. Instead of do not do something, it's better to tell people, especially kids, do something else, right? We cannot do, not to do, we better do. So, same here, keep position. It's way better than do not change position. And the result was there, right? I don't have to generate it again. The result was this. This is exactly what's needed. By the way, this is the remover. You see, it works every time. It works really well. It's getting exactly the same what you need. It just, you just need to remove this stuff. I mean, the correctly prompted, the remover. So this is how you can prepare your own backgrounds. And if we look at the quality, let me try to see. It's 18 megapixel quality. I mean, 18 megabyte, 16 megapixel. Let me see the actual size. So this is the size of it. And considering that input image was low quality, the background, it's still really nice. And, well, if you ask me, that's, well, how much it costs? Maybe like 120 credits. So a couple dollars, whatever, right? Depends on your plan. I don't know. That's production quality, really. That's, if you want to use it for web. I have huge screen. It's a Retina 5K screen, so this is why. I mean, but it's 4x4 megapixel. So this is what you do. And I hope I answered the question for EveGet for you. Okay. Now questions. Is there any advice how we can have a real 360 degrees video, mostly 180 degrees of moving, not circling way? Hamza. Hello, Salon Sonic. Hamza, well, that's 360. It's making 360 relatively easy. Really, I mean, it does make 360 by default. We fine-tune it to make 360. For example, let's try to do video here. So I go and run video. By the way, it will be big update for video. Big update, really. Let's do, well, 5 seconds. So the problem with 360, like this ring, for example, it will give me an issue if we'll do, maybe it won't do a full 360, but you can also say, hey, 360 in a prompt and it will be. But without seeing the back side of it, most likely it will render something that is not actually behind. This is for pen and for everything, right? When you rotate, you have issues. And we actually will be stopping it from this generator to do 360, because in most cases it won't be able to do it correctly, and people just, oh, it's in credits, blah, blah, blah. It's not good. And we agree, it's not good. So what we'll do, if AI is not seeing the backside, it's not gonna let you to run 360. Unless you'll be kind of, okay, I run it, and you take responsibility for losing credits if it will be some strange stuff behind it. However, we working, and hopefully over weekend it will be live. It will be several video applications where you can supply, instead of one, you can supply several images. You can supply 2 images, first and last frame. You can supply images that can be intermediate images. So basically you can build a scene, and it's amazing. I tried it. I'll show you 1 second. I do have this recently I made for one of our good clients, the partners, just to show how it works. So I'll show you 1 second. Okay, so there are 2 images. Okay, there was 2 images. This image and this image. Okay, it's an image, jewelry try-on, and jewelry just well, close-up and full body try-ons. And we'll come back to this. And then I made a video based on these 2 images. I'll show you the full video in a second. It's vertical. So using that new thing, based on 2 images, it made the whole video like this. Right now it's not possible, but this application will be added. So this is first frame, and that woman was last frame, and it made the whole transition. And with this, you can have, for example, front of the jewelry as the first frame, back of the jewelry as the last frame, and it can do rotation for you. You can tell, like do 360 or whatever. Because right now 360 look like this. Here we go. It's basically 360. So it did, you see, without any prompt, it did 360. However, how do I know that this is correct? I think it's not. I have no idea. And even this, look what it did on the band. It's not correct. It's not, well, actually, no, it is. Let me see. No, it is. It could be. It could be all the gemstones on the band, actually. But here you see it start. I mean, it's kind of, it tired from rendering it, and it's a little bit crazy. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. We do have 360, but it's not as good as you may think. Okay. So yeah, other angles. The video generator, it should be way more complex than it is right now. You see, it's just image and the duration, but we will have way more controls. We need to control of the movement, selectable by user. We need to control of the frames, first, last, first, intermediate, last, up to, I think, up to 4 frames we can have. Of course, you need to tell the story of how to use those frames. It will be either up to AI or up to user. We can always make a story based on images uploaded, just how we think it will work, but you can always override it. So, well, it will be a really cool one. It's recently, we have fine-tuned for jewelry, that new model, and it's just wow. So, that's it. I mean, about video. Anything else, guys? Any questions? So, like I said, it will be announcement. Make sure to read it, and we'll go from there. Yes, yes, my dear. Use clothing with pocketbook images. The result very good. Sometimes the sound is wrong. There is a size option for clothing try on as well. I need to see because Jerry, usually it's like it fits the thing on a model. I mean, if model is like small one, right? It will make that sweater or whatever, for example, to fit her. So I don't see this type of sizing, no need. Same with anything else, but the wearable. The only size which is needed for probably for hats, not sure, maybe hats is still wearable, right? For the purses, like I said before, purses should be sized, and we can have the size, yeah, the same. For purses, we can have exactly the same element that we'll be using here, like this one. You can choose and have that element ready, yeah. Like, so yeah. Okay, sorry, Hamza, let me jump back. Would you have a plan in future to build a special method to create just for brochure try-ons? Yeah, okay, answer it. How we can discover the size of the product if we don't have it? Choose from right side, okay. The backing of earring clip should give away the size of the earring. Yeah, that's true. I mean, sometimes the design is telling, but not always. So we need to have size anyway. Is there any advice how we can have real? Okay, I got it. Mostly product AI gives you. I think I answered. If there is any common other video creation model like use on a model, yes. So I hope I answered it, right? From where we can have a good model photos. Model photos. Well, here, but I'm not sure why you need model photo. Really, I mean, we have this thing that generates model on the fly. You don't need to create a model photo. Like this, for example, necklace, right? So if you keep it empty, because how I imagine user may need to create a model photo. Let's say we have application that will create model for you. But you have to prompt, I mean, you have to tell how you see the model, ethnicity, size, and stuff like this, right? You can do it right here. You don't need to have more. Well, if you need model alone, download it and use it. Yes, we don't have it. And we can have this application. But if you need model to use inside NeuroViz, you don't need, because you get your necklace. Well, let's have this one, right? And model, instead of telling, let's do close up off, lifestyle on, beauty look on, and then I need to tell about model. Like, I don't know, Western redhead woman in blue dress wearing this pendant. Right? The whatever in a car, inside the luxury car. Luxury car, right? How to luxury? So Red-haired woman in blue dress, red-haired woman in blue eyes. Let's make some beauty. Blue dress, wearing this pendant, sitting inside, right? So that's it. I mean, sitting inside luxury car. Let's try. So lifestyle, close-up is off. Let's have the 4 megapixel. It's HQ model. It's not about megapixel. It's newer model. It's way better. Aspect ratio. Let's have the wide. So 3x4. No, opposite. 4x3, right? So landscape. And pendant nickel size medium. Okay, let's have it smaller. This is not implemented yet, but yeah. So this way it will create a model for you. And I think it will do it way better than if you would, instead of uploading your own photo. Because like I said, if it will have a model generator, I would put, red-haired Western woman in blue eyes, blue dress. And if I need the environment, so it will generate women, then I upload it here. But it's like you spend credits there, you spend credits here. Why? You should have it like this. So any other question? API, yeah, API. Hamza, are you using API? Does it work? I remember it was a question, right, for you. I think we answered it. We need to market it a little bit better, the API thing. This is not working for some reason. This is production. Yeah, it's failure. Okay, remember I was telling you about background at the very beginning of this broadcast. This is the result. This is test server, but look, the prompt was, it was custom color, and it was the prompt make metal to match color 1, background to be the color number 2. So this, I just mentioned those two, and boom, you have that background on the heavy one. Well, this is not exactly the same as we have on production. This is older model, but it will do newer, even better. So this is how this color thing will work. For background, for whatever you want. And here you can have one more color for, let's say, for gemstones. I want ruby something, right? And change, if I change, the central gemstone to be color number 3, it will be red. So it's not just, the retoucher, it will be modifier for most of the time. Okay, so look at this. Here's the model. I described it. She's in the car, redhead, Western, blue eyes, wearing this pendant, medium size or whatever I choose, right? If I download, let's see the quality. The quality is this, and it's just 4 megapixel. It could be twice as large, 16, right? It's, it's not the quality that you're gonna get from Hasselblad, but for a couple dollars or whatever that model cost, I think it's pretty good, if you ask me, really. So this is the model. You need model. Just use the prompt for this. Okay. I see. Okay, Hamza. Yeah, we'll talk more a little bit, but I need to we need to prepare the rest of the applications through API. With API, it's a little bit tricky because of those updates. We constantly roll in new features, new controls, and we have the system that they automatically updates API, so you can use it, but it needs to be documented. I mean, there's some documentation or explanation of all those controls, and it takes time. It's like running there, but you have to run. Okay. Can I see it again? You talking about the model? Yeah, this is her. So this is the generator. The car, the woman, well, everything you need to think, and we can do it 16 megapixel to do even more. But jewelry is really good here. It's really, really nice, I think. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Okay, so we should be good. I mean, good to go, because, yeah, it's time for me to say goodbye. Let's have my helper, yeah, come over. My helper, she's little Duся, my little lizard, yeah. She's always sitting next to me, watching all this stuff, and, well, I feel really good. It's her. So, bye, guys. Next Friday, as usually, same time, same place. YouTube on NeuroViz, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Have a good rest of the Friday. Have fun on weekend, and let's work next week. Okay, bye. Thank you for joining. Okay.